those moments when Alyssa will say something that I disagree with. There are moments more than I think that she'll admit to. She really disagrees with me.
This is not what the show is about. This is Barbara Walters' legacy.
It's
Let a
everybody's
woman
view.
speak.
It's
everybody's view. No, it's Sunny Hostin's view.
And Pence did not quarantine. You are incapable of defending a man that you worked for, that you know
I am not.
of.
Oh, no. Why don't you ask me a question rather than...
I
did ask you a question.
She did.
I had a point I wanted to make.
And you said that you needed to hear more from him. And I don't need to hear more from Pence for several reasons. Because when I lived in Indy...
Well, you just accused me of something, so why don't you let me actually answer? You're not going to vote for a Republican ever.
No, I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna say.
Things are getting messier than ever on The View. And this time, it looks like Sunny Hostin has reached her breaking point. It all kicked off when Alyssa Griffin attempted to challenge Sunny's take on former President Donald Trump's immigration policies. Sunny argued that Trump's policies unfairly targeted migrants based on their appearance. But Alyssa quickly jumped in to set the record straight, pointing out that it wasn't Canadians crossing the northern border. As the debate escalated, Sunny tried to redirect the conversation by mentioning a discussion she had with Michigan Governor.
It gets so heated. During commercial, I know something happened during commercial that the producer comes on.
How do you do that?
So I did.
Right?
I mean, no, it's
I'm sure people, it's a fair question. I mean, you know who this person is.
Yeah.
He's the person that is grab him by the you-know-what, and you're working for him.
Gretchen Whitmer. Sensing a distraction, Alyssa pushed back, determined to expose what she saw as misinformation. The tension skyrocketed, and Sunny, clearly flustered, felt like she was being put on blast in front of millions of viewers. What happened next? Absolute chaos. According to insiders, things got physical during the commercial break. Sunny, still fuming, allegedly lunged at Alyssa, forcing producers to step in and separate them. And when a situation like this erupts behind the scenes, it's only a matter of time before someone gets the boot.
And those immigrants or those migrants look a certain way. So it seems to me this was never really just about immigration. It was about a certain type of immigrant. And so now we have these
Can I just clarify, though?
Can I finish talking?
Yes.
Thank you. It's a joke that I've used on this show a few weeks ago.
But we talk
Let me
about
finish.
the rhetoric.
Referring to Latinos. And no one had anything to say about it.
Nobody can figure out what's being said here right now. No, there is no last thing right now. We're going to go to break, and then we're going to come back.
Yes.
Because you can't. What's happening is no one can hear anything anyone is saying. So everybody has to
on it,
yes,
so we can talk.
Well,
that
you know,
goes for you too, my dear.
that's for
word, and she's been talking
We'll
for
be
3
right
minutes.
back.
These ladies go head-to-head on a daily basis. But the friction between Sunny and Alyssa has been brewing for months, and it's only gotten worse. It's more than just political arguments. Sources claim that Sunny has been unhappy for a while. And if you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed the signs. The exasperated expressions, the deep sighs, the cutting side eye. It's all been leading up to something bigger. And now it looks like that moment has arrived. Behind the scenes, producers have reportedly had to intervene multiple times to keep the peace between Sunny and Alyssa. Fans have picked up on the awkwardness, and some even speculated that Sunny was counting down the days until she could finally walk away. Alyssa Griffin, known for her sharp interjections, has frequently cut Sunny off mid-sentence, fueling even more on-screen tension. Their interactions have been getting increasingly heated, and viewers have noticed how often Sunny looks visibly irritated whenever Alyssa speaks. But things hit a boiling point when Alyssa openly praised the immigration policies under Trump, including a controversial new $5 million gold card aimed at granting expedited citizenship to the wealthiest applicants. Now, let's not forget, 3 ladies on The View have made it very clear they are not Trump fans. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and of course, Sunny Hostin. So when Alyssa took that stance, it was like throwing gasoline on a fire. Now the big question is, after this explosive moment, is Sunny officially done with The View for good? Stay tuned, because this drama is far from over. This time, it was Sunny who had something to say about Trump. But before she could fully make her point, Griffin kept cutting in. At first, Sunny tried to power through the interruptions, but it was clear she was getting more and more frustrated. After holding back for a while, she finally reached her limit and let it be known. She was done being talked over. Now, you'd think that would be enough to put an end to it, right? Not quite. Alyssa Griffin wasn't backing down either. Instead of stepping aside, she fired right back, turning what started as a debate into a chaotic on-air clash that played out in front of a live audience. Social media went wild, with many calling it one of the most intense moments in the show's history. Because after cutting off Sunny Hostin, Alyssa didn't stop there. She even interrupted Whoopi Goldberg. One viewer tweeted, "Every time Alyssa tries to challenge them, Sunny and Whoopi shut it down like it's forbidden." Another chimed in, "Now you see why the View crew always interrupts Alyssa, because they can't handle a real discussion." Now, let's talk about Whoopi Goldberg for a second. She was sitting there looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. You could almost see her debating whether to step in or just let them go at it. But you know things are bad when the show cuts to commercial, and when they come back, everyone's acting like they just survived a war. That's exactly what happened after the heated face-off between Sunny and Alyssa. According to insiders, producers scrambled to de-escalate the situation, but by then, the damage was already done. Sunny wasn't just irritated, she was fuming. She stormed off the set, and backstage sources say she let loose with some choice words. While the audience watched commercials, things behind the scenes were completely different. Security was reportedly on high alert because tensions were sky high. Joy Behar and Whoopi tried to calm Sunny down, but she wasn't having it. Meanwhile, Alyssa remained on the set, seemingly unbothered, convinced she was just standing her ground. By the time the show resumed, it was clear something had gone down. The mood had shifted entirely. Whoopi did her best to keep things rolling as if nothing had happened, but the awkwardness was impossible to ignore. And Sunny? She barely spoke for the rest of the segment. Then came the moment that changed everything. Her breaking point. Now, word is spreading that Sunny might be done. Insiders say she's seriously considering walking away from The View. And honestly, can you blame her? Think about it. She spent years dealing with constant interruptions, fiery debates that get way too personal, and the never-ending battle just to have her voice heard. And this latest on-air explosion might have been the final straw. Behind the scenes, sources say Sunny has been unhappy for a while now. She's grown tired of constantly having to fight for airtime. And after this latest blow-up, she's wondering if staying on the show is even worth it anymore. So what does this mean for The View? If Sunny really does walk away, that's major. Love her or not, she brings a strong, unwavering voice to the table, and her departure would shake up the entire dynamic. But here's where things get even messier. One viewer commented, "I'm so over these women gossiping and bullying. They say whatever they want, even if it's not true, and never face any consequences." Another added, "Sunny took things way too personally, and it wasn't necessary. She needs to be held accountable." Love her or not, Sunny has been a key part of The View for years. She's brought strong opinions, fiery debates, and plenty of viral moments. But if she actually decides to walk away, that raises a big question. Who's taking her spot? Will the producers bring in someone even more outspoken? Or is this just another setup for one of The View's classic moments, where Sunny dramatically exits, only to return after some behind-the-scenes talks? Because, let's be honest, this show thrives on controversy, and a sudden comeback wouldn't be shocking at all. No matter what happens, one thing is clear. Sunny is seriously considering her future on this show. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Sunny is really fed up with all this drama, or is this just another TV meltdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.